Afternoon, and welcome to the 96th Annual Memorial Day service at Cherry Grove. For all, we remember with compassion and heartfelt thanks those who fought for our country, those who made the ultimate sacrifice for freedom. Would you please stand for the Pledge of Allegiance and remain standing for our national anthem performed by the Sullivan County High School Band under the direction of Mr. Jason Sandinato. I pledge allegiance to the flag
of the United States of America, to the republic for which it stands, one nation, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
We honor those of our brave soldiers who have fallen on this Memorial Day, and I believe that those who were stricken down on the battlefield, knowing that they will soon join their Maker, probably had this verse going through their mind. The Lord is my shepherd, I shall not want. He maketh me to lie down in green pastures. He leadeth me beside the still waters. He restoreth my soul. He leadeth me in the paths of righteousness for his name's sake. Yea, though I walk through the valley of the shadow of death, I will fear no evil, for thou art with me. Thy rod and thy staff, they comfort me. Thou preparest a table before me in the presence of mine enemies. Thou anointest my head with oil, my cup runneth over. Surely goodness and mercy shall follow me all the days of my life, and I will dwell in the house of the Lord forever. At this time, Walter Botsford and helpers will take up the gifts while the Sullivan County High School Band plays some musical selections. The annual meeting, the next one of the Cemetery Association stockholders, will be on Saturday, March 14th, 2020 at St. Paul's Methodist Church in Nordmont, and we encourage all stockholders to attend this meeting and participate in activities of the association. There are still some lots available in the section of the cemetery to my right, and lots are also available at the top of the cemetery in the new section. Could you please bow your heads in prayer? Dear Lord, on this day that we gather to honor those individuals who paid the ultimate sacrifice for all that we enjoy here in our country, we bless their memory. Please encourage everyone to remember the sacrifice that those individuals gave for us. And let us never forget what we owe them. Amen. We have returning as our Memorial Day speaker, Mr. Brian Hoffman, a veteran himself. Brian currently serves as one of the Sullivan County Commissioners, as well as the newly elected president of the Cherry Grove Cemetery Association. He resides here in Davidson Township with his wife and 2 sons, and we're very pleased that he'll be giving the address today. Please welcome back Mr. Hoffman.
Of course, we can all hear what's going on. We can feel the rain. And all of our safety is paramount. That's first and foremost. But while I can, I want to get in some very significant and relevant words regarding what this day means. And essentially, if you process Memorial Day and the fact that this day exists to honor specifically those military members that have died in service to our country, it's very somber. Although it happens to be the beginning of the summer, it's a federal holiday, but it's also a reminder to us every year that our current way of life and the way of life we've had in this country for quite some time, the fact that we're even independent as a nation, goes back to folks or many military members that had to sacrifice their lives. And these sacrifices, in my opinion, I will propose to you that they impact on 3 levels. You have the national level. Wars ranging from the American Revolution through our current conflict, the global war on terror. And based on VA records and DoD casualty reports up until last week, we're currently at 1,197,082 and 82 deceased military members that died during conflict. That's a substantial number. And to put that into contrast, 8 states in our union do not have that many people. So nationally, we get it every year. We have a reminder. We're aware of this through the media, through events like this, through our elders, through school. But as far as the community is concerned, below the national level, you have a community impact. And for those of you that read the Sullivan Review, the edition last week, you may have noticed that there were 2 World War II era articles that were reprinted and that drives home the impact on a community. One was Corporal Carpenter's return of the body to his parents' house in Dusshore in 1949, 4 years after he had died in Germany. And then a 1947 article announcing the return of 21 Sullivan County war dead back to the county. And keep in mind, that touched me. That was decades ago when that happened, but it saddened me when I read that article because those people were from here. They would have driven our same roads. They shopped the same stores. They knew our culture. Then below the community, you have the family level. And this is a level of pain that the minority of our country will experience. I'm talking mothers, fathers, sisters, brothers, spouses, children. And what, in an opposite kind of way, I was reminded of this a couple weeks ago. I attended a military retirement ceremony. A friend of mine from when I was ending a 22-year career. As part of the ceremony, they of course recounted the things that he had done during his career. Accomplished many things, substantial things for us. But they also highlighted the fact that he was a father and a husband, father of 3 children, and his spouse and his children all participated in that military retirement ceremony. Very touching, but it made me think, what about the spouses and the children due to the military member's death that would not have that opportunity? And being that I've worked around a lot of military people, and I grasp that and hope to impart some of that on you, that Memorial Day for many folks is probably not a happy day. It's a reminder of what they could have had. It's a reminder of the hole that was left in their lives from when their family member was lost in pursuit of the greater good for our nation. So regardless of the loss of these lives impact us all, whether it's at the national, the community, the family level, and it's a substantial day. Thank you very much for coming out, and by the way, braving the rain and the lightning and thunder as I wrap up. Thank you very much.
That is the one thing we cannot control up here on Cherry Grove, the weather. On behalf of the Cherry Grove Cemetery Association, I'd like to thank you for attending our services. The program will be turned over to the American Legion, Nelson Arms Post 601 on the top of the hill for the graveside service of George Keith. Thank you again and have a safe trip home, ladies and gentlemen.